What was it about the club that made you want to join Cardiff City?
I think just how keen the manager was and the staff upstairs. I think just putting towards how they play, how they see me fitting into the team. I think just coming to try and get as many minutes as I can. For me, also just incredibly important, and just coming to try and help the team as much as I can.
Josh Wilson-Esbrand, Jamaica future left back solution. Join Premier 7 right now for the big chat. The future is not something we enter. The future is something we create. This is a quote written by Leonard I. Sweets as it speaks directly to the Jamaica men's national team future that they should create. Greetings and welcome to another episode of Premier 7. I am your host, Ryan Nelson. I hope that today is a day of calm for you as it is for me. So today's video is all about a special talent named Josh Wilson-Esbrand. And the question basically, Josh Wilson-Esbrand, Jamaica's future left back solution? Now, in that case, I just want to say with Tariq Mitchell focused on England more so, and both Amari Bell and Greg Lee now 30 and showing signs of decline or injury issues, it is time for Jamaica to turn their attention to a younger option, right? Somebody who is more dynamic and let's say can be adapted into the national team. So this video is one that will speak about the future of Jamaica football from a left back perspective. And in that case, people, if you're new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. And if you are already a subscriber, then you know what to do. Like, watch, comment, and share the content so other persons can become engaged. Do you know who is Josh Wilson-Esbrand? Some persons may not know and some may, but today on the channel I just want to speak on who he is and what he can bring to the Jamaica men's national team. Josh Wilson-Esbrand was born on the 26th of December 2002, so he's currently age 22. He was born in England, left back as you would understand, but the thing is, he is of Jamaican heritage. Am I saying that Jamaica is going in for him? I'm not saying that, but based on his heritage, I am doing this video in the form of a scouting report that Jamaica can look into to see if this guy could be for the future, right? So for this guy, he has had several games played. He's in the Manchester City's academy from 2019 to 2021. But before that, he was a West Ham academic player. And those two things speaks directly about his youth career. Now, at the senior level, for him, 2021 onwards at Man City, never received any games, right? But thereafter, he went on several loans, one spelled at Coventry City, Reims, Cardiff City, and now is at Stoke City. Overall, he has played in excess of 30 senior games for a youngster at 22. That is something that we can look into. So he have experience across the football scale in England. But for me, that is satisfying, and his football career should elevate with more experience to come. Now, the key thing is that this guy has played for England throughout his entire time. Let's say at the under 16s straight up to the under 21s. So it is the under 16s, under 18s, under 20s, under 21s. But to be honest, at all of those levels, he never played more than 3 games. So it's a case then it seems as if England may have too many options. He have the potential, but they may be looking elsewhere. So can Jamaica make it their priority to look into this player to see what would be necessary to get him in to represent the country. And am I saying here that we should not look on who we currently have in Jamaica? I'm not saying that. I'm just giving us options to choose from, because we're not only thinking about to make it to the World Cup, but we're looking beyond that. So in that case, I just want to just bring across some more details related to the player. As you can see, he has already won several major titles. He has won the Champions League. He has won the English Championship with Man City, under 21 Premier League champion as well, and under 18 English Youth League winner. So he has a lot of big titles to his name, right? So, and the greatest thing, he would understand pep tactics to some extent. So that is a big boost for him to get the experience from a coach who some persons would say would be the GOAT, and some would say he's close to the GOAT in terms of the coaching level. So this guy have that experience and that exposure to senior top class coaching. So not many games for his club team currently. 22% in terms of starting 11, 17% in terms of minutes, 5% goal participation, 6 appearances. So just to pinpoint, am I saying that this guy should be playing for Jamaica? No. I am giving us the option to look to see who can be of a different profile with so many experience that can come into the national team and grade our system. So looking on this as well, you can see then that this guy is of Jamaican descent. So it is no lie, it is no joke that I'm just coming here to say, oh, this guy is of Jamaican heritage, because he is. His main position is that of being a left back, but one of his great skill set is that of playing in the left midfield position. When I look on the few tapes, I realize then that he's very quick, he's raw as a talent, he have the capabilities to improve, and those things are some positive signals that we can look into whenever thinking about scouting not only young players but players who needs to be a part of a system that can help a team to improve. So talking about his profile, I want to talk about the pros and the cons as to whether or not this guy could be a good option. So the pros of this player is that he's an excellent dribbler and a ball progressor, comfortable in positions and system with overlapping fullbacks. We can see instances of that by a Greg Lee whenever he plays for Jamaica. So this guy is like on a smaller scale, a less experienced Greg Lee. So he has experience in elite environments, Manchester City, and also in League One on loan. His age and potential shows that he's a long-term uprising player, and also already open about his Jamaican roots, if applicable to even represent. And more so he is because he is of Jamaican heritage. Nor for the cons, he will need a system that will help him to grow. He's still raw in terms of talent, so that will be on the coach to have players around him who are senior in the national team who can nurture him as well, whereas he can develop his game, and the coach and his team overall will be guiding not only him but also other players who are coming through the rankings and those who are already there. He doesn't have much experiences at the highest level, so that is the reason why we can make an effort to get his signature for the future. And we don't want to be recruiting players who are in their late 20s. We want to start making rooms or creating tactical ways of getting players in who are, let's say, in their early 20s, 21, 22, 23, somewhat raw, and in the middle of the 24, 25, 26, 27, thereabout. That would be very good for the national team. And because he's young, he's improving, but he needs to improve in terms of physicality and decision making that will make his game improve. But he's still young, so there's a lot of time to develop and to grow, but he is one of those guys who can be a good prospect for the national team. Now, the key thing, why he would be a good fit for the Jamaica men's national team. He could slot into Jamaica attacking fullback role with pace and technicality. Just imagine Lemby Kisa on the right-hand side and this guy coming in and playing on the left-hand side. Two attacking-minded type of fullbacks based on the currency of the game right now. That is how football is going in. Not to say I don't want for them to pay attention to their main role of being defensive, but they are contributing with a balanced attacking and defensive perspective that could help the team to win games and to save themselves from losing. Long-term project to build a core of youth alongside players like Dujon Whisper, Leon Bailey, also other players like Kyle Dixon, Anderson, and the senior ones would be around them as well to let them know the system and the way as to how Jamaica football should be played. So that is a benefit as well as to why this guy could be a good fit for the Jamaica men's national team. Also, it would allow us for him to be in that age category that we're looking for, then to say then that maybe not for now or for next year with the World Cup, but to have him in mind and to try and to get the paperwork being started out as early as possible, finding ways how to convince him. If his game continues to improve, then that would be ideal for the Jamaica men's national team. So this video was just one as an eye opener, just to continue on that momentum or that trend that we want to look on our national team as to where can we improve and how we want to play our football going from now and into the future. So, people, what is your thoughts on the topic? Josh Wilson-Esbrand, Jamaica future left back solution? That's a question. Maybe, maybe not. But I am giving you the choice to let me know what you think about the video, and also for those to look into what would be best for Jamaica. I, for one, would love to see a Tariq Mitchell, but it looks as if he's having this belief, like even an Omari Hutchinson, that England will be their dream destination. So it is one that will take some form of in-depth analysis, but this would be a good start to visualize and to think about such talent. So people, in that case, it is time for me to go. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye. Take care until we meet again.